All
Hey,
right, we're back. We are celebrating. It is Sean McNabb. We're talking Rock for Ronnie. I know you go
yeah,
way back. You go way back with Ronnie
I
and
do.
with the DIO Cancer Fund. I've been to countless events with you. I miss those motorcycle rides, though.
I
And
do
the
too,
Autry
brother.
Museum, they could literally drive streets and not even get on the freeways to go from Glendale, Harley to Griffith Park. You know that.
Yeah, and that's, I'm a board member on the DO Cancer Foundation, and I was brought on to help with those motorcycle rides, and we did, I think, two of them. We did two ride for
Was
Ronnies.
that all to Encino? Just two of them?
Maybe three. I think it
Okay,
was two.
I got used to the Love Ride.
Yeah.
You know, the Love Ride was the grandfather over there at Glendale Harley,
Oh, absolutely.
and my
Um,
God, Jay Leno was the guy out front, the ambassador, whatever they called him,
sure.
and there was like 10,000 Harleys, man,
Peter
lined up on.
Fonda and oh
Oh my
yeah.
God, Willie Davidson, everybody. Matter of fact, right behind my monitor is a Love Ride guitar signed by Dave Grohl, Taylor Hawkins, Duff, Matt Sorum,
Mhm.
all the guys from the Tubes, and then Willie Davidson, Peter Fonda, and Jay
Yeah.
Leno.
I think
Because
I, wa-
that
I think I was
year,
there that day. Yeah.
yeah, that year they went to the Pomona Fairplex, and it was ZZ Top with
Hmm.
Duff, and Foo Fighters played before ZZ Top, and the Tubes opened.
Nice.
It was incredible. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, the sound of 10,000 Harleys, it's like 6 a.m. on Glendale Boulevard there was quite something.
Oh, I miss those love rides, and they're still trying to do it in some capacity. We did one a couple years ago that my friend Robert Patrick
Yeah.
was a catalyst in bringing back, and I know they're still working on it, and Oliver and everybody. But
Yeah.
anyway, the Rock for Ronnie started out as a ride for Ronnie, so we did a couple of them. And the truth of it is that it cost us so much in insurance and police escorts
Is that right?
and all that they really weren't money makers. We weren't raising the kind of funds that we needed to raise, to help fund cancer research at UCLA, which we've done a lot of that and presented them with a lot of checks. Um, so
So
we
it's the liability issue.
yeah, and
People
it
can't sign a waiver and be on their own. It could always come back to hurt the organization, I guess.
yeah, I mean, I think we did have waivers, but at the same time, they just didn't make money, and it was sad. That's what I was brought on the board to help with that, and I spearheaded it and kind of led it every year.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. But I we found out that our bowling event and just the concerts have been the best for fundraising because at the end of the day, that's what it's really about is fundraising for
Right.
cancer research. And so now we're just doing a concert, which is this Sunday. Rock for Ronnie. Sebastian Bach is headlining. Then we've got Dio Disciples. There's a few other bands on the bill, but then we've got this huge an all-star band lineup with a bunch of
Who's
different
coordinating
guys.
the All Star Band? Who's the music director of that?
I don't know if there actually is a music director this year. I know that I'm playing with Doug Aldridge and
Okay.
Matt Starr and Scott Warren. I'm just doing
Okay.
one tune this year. Last year I played with the Dio Disciples, and Bjorn was out of town or something, so I played with them. But it's always good. It's always a good time, um, and people can come out and rock out and fund cancer research at the same time, and that's really what it's all about. As well as our bowling event, which sells out every year at Pins in November.
Well, yeah, and I love Griffith Park. I used to live under the Hollywood sign at Beechwood Canyon and spend so much time over there in Griffith Park. You got the zoo right across the way, the Gene
Yeah,
Autry Museum. It's
that's a
on their
new
grounds.
a new venue this year, so
Oh,
you
that's
know,
much better. That's much better than Woodland Hills, It's
yeah,
kind of an odd spot out there in Warner Park.
we're going to see how it goes, and so far so good. And we're just trying to get the word out. I think we're selling okay, but you can always you can always sell more tickets, you
It's
know.
a big lawn, that's for sure. You can
Yeah,
on chairs, you could put a lot of bodies out there.
absolutely.
I've been a part of a number of events that held successful events on that lawn, so
Hey,
I've
you're
seen
always there.
I've
Thank you for
seen
the
it
support.
packed. Absolutely, man. I would not miss it. I go back 50 years as a promotion man, so it's natural for me now to be doing these interviews and help people tell their stories. You know, we talk
Yeah,
about losing a Jack Russell. We talk about losing, my God, Robin Crosby from Rat. We talk about losing, so many of our people, from these bands that, Edward Van Halen. My God, the seismic loss, when you get the news like, what? Really?
yeah.
Especially these days in the internet age, you got to kind of do a double take. Like, is this real? And then you get it confirmed and you're like, wow, nobody is going to live forever.
No,
Um, but with the cancer research, it's so important for people our age. You get up to your 50s and beyond, you got to get checked. You got to get that colonoscopy.
you
You got to
do.
get your, all that inside stuff because
Yep.
you may feel like you're unstoppable, but all it takes is that one little spot that grows and grows inside of you. Talk about how much you've learned about cancer research and how important it is. Ronnie obviously didn't get checked in time with his stomach cancer, but we're trying to get the word out to everybody else. And technology grows every year. It's getting better and better to get checked.
Absolutely. And I know that we funded a lot at UCLA for, they're still working on these saliva strips that would be early markers for cancer, because a lot of people, like you said, they don't get checked and they don't, get their PSAs. I think that's what you call them, PSA levels,
Yeah.
checked for that. And I know that there was a saliva strip that they were developing that we've been a part of, and now we just got a plaque on they call it the spit room, and it's where it's at UCLA, and it's called the Ronnie James Dio Cancer Foundation room.
Okay.
And that's we're working on this technology to be able to detect these things from just spit,
Yeah.
and saliva. So that's really important to us. And they're doing great work over there, and we're just trying to help them fund that. And we've had a lot of people really get on board with us, and that want to help. And it means a lot to us. And I know it would have meant a lot to Ronnie too, who we lost to stomach cancer. And he was like a almost a father figure for a lot of us, young guys that I met him when I was, maybe in my early 20s and had no idea how to do it. And I watched him, and I watched how he carried himself and how he was with the fans and how great he was at that. And I learned a lot from him, as we all did. So we really miss him an awful lot. And like you said, go get checked, get your physicals, look for those high PSAs, and make sure everything's in check because early detection is the key.
Well, that's it. You can catch it in time. It means a world of difference. And yeah, I've got many Ronnie stories myself that'll blow your mind. But another day, another time.
Yeah.
Main thing, go get your tickets. Come out to the Autry. It is a beautiful place out in Griffith Park,
Yep.
right there
This
amongst all
Sunday.
the trees this Sunday.
Yeah.
And don't miss it. Nonstop music from the beginning all the way through. And I know there's always some surprise guests and people you didn't expect and
Oh yeah.
great photo ops and all that. And follow Sean McNabb. He is out there doing his thing. I know you're playing at the Whiskey A Go Go tonight, the famous club. I'm glad they're surviving after that dump truck.
Crazy,
Uh,
huh?
is
Yeah.
that wild? I
Yeah.
can't believe no one was killed. A runaway dump truck had to weigh a few tons coming down that Clark Street.
So lucky. And yeah, I'm playing there with Lorraine Lewis tonight from Femme Fatale, and we've actually got some new material coming
Yes.
out. She just got a deal, which I can't talk about yet, but she's got a deal on the table that, and I've played on a lot of her new music and stuff, and she's got some really good stuff. Um, yeah, real quick, if you guys don't know, I'm also an actor, and
Yep.
I've been in a few things, and we're really proud of this movie that we wrote called Road to Terzetto, and it's on
Yes.
Apple and Amazon and a lot of the streamers. It's Terzetto, Road to Terzetto, and it's a great story about three brothers that get an inheritance and shit goes sideways, But that being said, that is our movie that we wrote. But I just got on board. The business has been a little funny the last few years, and
Yeah.
we're trying to keep filming here in LA, and there's some incentives that are going to hopefully help that happen.
Sure.
So things aren't farmed out everywhere else. But I just got on board with a new project that I'm going to play a part in and help with some cameos. It's kind of a rock and roll thing, coming of age story. Um, there's a working title, so I'm not even going to mention the title, but I'm reaching out to some of my friends to do cameos in it. And but anyway, if you are interested in some of the my acting credits and stuff, you can always IMDb me. But I just wanted to mention our movie because it's out there and it's our independent film muse, that we created. So we're pretty proud of it.
Well, I've seen it. I love it. And of
Thank you.
course, we've spoken about Street Survivors, the amazing story of the Leonard Skinner plane crash. I've spoken to Artemis Pyle
Oh,
several times.
what a great
What,
guy, huh?
oh, what a story, man.
Yeah,
They talk about no living members of Leonard Skinner. Well, that's one of them right there. Artemis
absolutely.
Pyle. I
You
know
got that right.
yeah, Artemis Pyle band. Sean McNabb, come on out, rock with us at the Rock for Ronnie. We'll see you at the pins in the fall. Sean, always a pleasure, man. It is golden sunshine every time we talk, and you're full of such energy. I know there's bigger acting roles. There's more music coming. So I want to encourage everybody till we speak again. Please stay strong and keep rocking.
Thank you, Jay. Man, thanks for being the real deal, brother, and I appreciate you more than you know.